Welcome back everyone. Today we're going to discuss about how to classify triangles as acute, obtuse, or right triangles given the side lengths. So these are the formulas that you will have to consider. You all know that c squared equals a squared plus b squared gives you a right triangle. However, when you take the two smaller sides and leave the longest side aside and do the a squared plus b squared on those two smaller sides, if your c turns out to be bigger than the a squared, I'm sorry, if your c squared turns out to be bigger than your a squared plus b squared, then you definitely have an obtuse triangle. However, if after you worked out the a squared plus b squared and the c squared, and then the a squared plus b squared is bigger than c squared, or better yet, if c squared is less than the a squared plus the b squared, then your triangle is acute. So now here is a visualization of what we mean by that. If this side right here is your smaller leg, then that's your A. And this side right here is your B, and this is your hypotenuse C. I want you to understand that if A squared plus B squared turns out to be, or if the C right here turns out to be bigger than the regular C when you have a regular right triangle, if it turns out to be bigger, then this two will open. This two will open up. The moment it opens up, then you're going to have an obtuse triangle. However, if your C is less, that means that these two legs are going to close up like that, and therefore having you have an acute triangle. So once again, if your c squared is bigger than a squared plus b squared, you have an obtuse triangle. If your c squared is less than a squared plus b squared, then you have an acute triangle. The first set of sides that we're going to analyze are as follows: 5, 12, and 13. Are these sides going to give us a right triangle, an obtuse triangle, or acute triangle? Let's see. So let's do the c squared equals a squared plus b squared first. Let's assume that that's how it's going to be, although this is a question mark of whether it is greater than or less. The thing though that you have to make sure you do is to make sure that the longest side is set aside and assumed to be your hypotenuse. So we will set this aside and put this as our c. So that will be 13 squared. Is that equal to 5 squared plus 12 squared? So this is 13 squared is 169. Please do me a favor and check that for me. Is 13 squared 169, and this is 25 plus 144. That is going to be 169. And this is 169. Okay, that's spot on. Therefore, this is a right triangle. And once again, let's go back to our equations back here. We said that if c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, then it's a right triangle. So that is a right triangle right there. In my next example, we have 12, 16, and 22, again assuming that this is our hypotenuse. So we're going to go ahead and put c squared. This again is equal question mark because we don't know if that works. And this is 12, I'm sorry. So this is your a squared plus b squared. Sorry about that. And we're going to substitute. So this is going to be 22 squared. Is that equal? Once again, that's a question mark. 12 squared plus 16 squared. Let's go ahead and do these. Okay, based off of our calculations, 22 squared is going to give us 484. Again, question mark. This is 144, and this is 256. 256 plus 144 gives us 0. That is 1. That is 0. That is 1. That is 400. And this is 484. Apparently bigger than 400. So if c squared is bigger than a squared plus b squared, we said that this is obtuse. This is an obtuse triangle. Okay, example number 3. What if we have the sides 6, 8, and 9? If we have we have these sides again, we're going to assume that this is our c, so we're going to put c squared. This may or may not be an equal sign, so very likely we do that. So a squared plus b squared. This is 9 squared equals 6 squared, again, question mark, plus 8 squared. This is 81 equals 36 plus 64. And this is going to be 100. And this is going to be 81. Obviously, this side is less than this side because it is less than. This is going to be called an acute triangle. Okay, just to finish this lecture off. So once again, let me go back to our important equations. After doing the a squared plus b squared, if it is equal to c squared, it's a right triangle. If you do a squared plus b squared and the c squared is greater than that, it's an obtuse triangle. However, if the c squared is less than the a squared plus b squared, it is an acute triangle. So good luck on your work.